Homeless old man helps Keanu Reeves. Next day, he gets the shock of his life. Arthur lived a life where every moment was a testament to survival. A quiet battle against the odds that seemed stacked against him. Once a man with a family, a home, and dreams, his world had crumbled under the weight of tragedy. The loss of his wife to illness and his daughter to circumstances beyond his control left him unmoored. The vibrant murals he once painted, his connection to beauty in the world, were replaced by the stark, grey reality of life on the streets. Yet, Arthur had something many would have lost in his situation: a belief in kindness. Kindness costs nothing, his mother used to say, a mantra that became his anchor in the storm of his existence. His days were marked by monotony and struggle, but he refused to let bitterness take root in his heart. His art, crafted on salvaged scraps of paper and cardboard, was his solace, a whisper of the vibrant life he once knew. One evening, as Arthur sat sketching near a small park, the city around him buzzed with its usual rhythm. The screech of tires and a crash broke the routine, drawing his attention to the street. A sleek black car had collided with a lamppost. A man stepped out, and even in the dim light, Arthur recognized him. Keanu Reeves, the Hollywood star admired for his humility and compassion. Arthur watched as Keanu paced, clearly distressed, his phone pressed to his ear. Something stirred within Arthur, a nudge from the part of him that still believed in helping others, no matter his own circumstances. Gathering his belongings, Arthur approached the scene. Keanu noticed him and, despite the chaos, offered a polite, guarded smile. "Tough day?" Arthur asked, his voice calm. Keanu chuckled ruefully. "You could say that. The car's acting up, my phone's dead, and I'm supposed to be at a charity event in half an hour." Arthur assessed the situation. He wasn't a mechanic, but his artist's eye for detail noticed the rear wheel wedged awkwardly against the curb. "This isn't about the car breaking down," he said. "It's stuck. Move it forward just a little, and you'll be good." Keanu looked at him, surprised, but willing to trust the advice. With Arthur's guidance, the car was freed. The crowd of onlookers clapped, some filming the moment, but Arthur paid them no mind. For him, it wasn't about recognition. It was simply the right thing to do. Keanu stepped out, his gratitude evident. "You just saved my day," he said, extending his hand. "I didn't catch your name." Arthur introduced himself, downplaying his role in the event. Keanu noticed the sketchpad tucked under Arthur's arm, the smudges of charcoal on his fingers. "You're an artist?" he asked, his interest genuine. Arthur nodded, shrugging. "I try to be. It's what keeps me grounded." Keanu handed Arthur a card. "Come by this address tomorrow. Bring some of your work. I have a feeling we can do something together." Arthur hesitated, but eventually accepted the card. As Keanu drove off, Arthur returned to his spot. His mind racing, the encounter felt surreal. A glimmer of possibility in a life that had long been void of hope. The next morning, Arthur stood outside a towering skyscraper, the address from Keanu's card in hand. Clutching his battered portfolio, he entered the lobby, his nerves threatening to overwhelm him. A skeptical security guard softened upon seeing the card and directed him upstairs. The grandeur of the office was overwhelming, a stark contrast to Arthur's modest reality. When Keanu entered, dressed casually and exuding warmth, Arthur's tension eased slightly. Keanu greeted him enthusiastically and asked to see his work. Arthur handed over the portfolio. His hands trembling, Keanu flipped through the pieces, pausing thoughtfully at each one. His admiration was clear. "These are incredible," he said. "Your art is raw and honest. It tells a story." Arthur struggled to process the praise, his heart racing. For years, his art had been a private expression of his pain and resilience, unseen and unacknowledged. Now, it was being celebrated by someone he deeply respected. Keanu leaned forward. "I'm working on a project that combines art and community storytelling. I think your talent would bring something special to it. Let's figure out how you can be part of it." Arthur's disbelief was evident, but Keanu's sincerity was unwavering. "This isn't charity," Keanu said. "Your story and your art matter. The world needs to see what you've been hiding in plain sight." Overwhelmed, Arthur accepted the offer. The days that followed felt like a dream. A private studio was arranged for him, stocked with supplies he could only have imagined. For the first time in years, Arthur felt a spark reignite within him. He poured his heart into his work, his strokes bold and confident. Each piece he created was a reflection of his journey, capturing the pain, resilience, and hope that defined his life. Word of Arthur's talent spread quickly. His art was featured in galleries and exhibitions, drawing attention for its emotional depth and raw authenticity. The city that once overlooked him now celebrated him, but Arthur didn't stop there. Recognizing the transformative power of art, he began teaching workshops for others experiencing homelessness, showing them how to channel their struggles into creativity. Arthur's life had come full circle. What began as a simple act of kindness, a moment of instinctive generosity, had led to an extraordinary transformation. His story, once one of survival, became a testament to the ripple effect of compassion. Through his art, Arthur not only reclaimed his identity, but also gave others the courage to find their own voices. His journey was a reminder that even the smallest gestures could lead to the most profound changes, proving that kindness truly has the power to change the world.